that's why I started the Defeating MS My Way on my Instagram page, because that was my purpose.
Right.
I want to help you. I mean,
Right.
and that's why I do the blog, because I want to help. But
Right.
it seems like it's always so easy to promote something that's negative. And
Hello, I'm Kathy Chester, and this is Move It or Lose It, a podcast about all things that move the mind, body, spirit, and soul.
Hello, welcome again to another episode of Move It or Lose It, our podcast on all things of moving our bodies. And so today I'm excited about my guest. Like I say, sometimes I go solo, but today I'm happy to have my guest on today, Mike Stafford, right? Is how you
yes,
say it? And
Stafford.
very excited to have him on. He does blogging. He's got an exciting new thing that he's coming up with that we all need in the MS world. And today we're going to be talking more about MS. And so, with no more further ado, welcome, Mike, to our podcast. We're excited to have you on.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, are you in a closet somewhere? Do I need to come get you out?
No, I'm not in the closet.
You're safe?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, Mike, I found you on Instagram and a while ago and found your blogs and just found them very inspirational and loved the stuff that as a jealous wannabe blogger, the only way I can do that is I'm beginning by doing it in my memos and then send it to a girl that's helping me and she types it out for me. So
Okay.
that's how I have to do the blogging because for me, cognitively, I don't have the ability to write the way, well, other than like a kindergartner. So I would be
Oh.
a great kindergartner blogger. But so how did you get started with blogging?
Well, it actually started, I would say about maybe 6 months ago.
Okay.
But before I was blogging, I was actually, there's so many stages in my life that I've been through. Because when I first got diagnosed with MS, I did Defeating MS My Way, which is on Instagram.
Uh,
And then always keep growing. And then I was like, what, let me create a blog. So I got started with the blog and I just started writing. Just started going.
yeah. I mean, so what year, let me back up. What year were you diagnosed?
I was diagnosed in 2012.
Okay. And then you went to the neurologist,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
So what were the things that prompted you that, okay, something's wrong, something's not right?
Well, I woke up one morning and the left side of my face was kind of slouched. It was, my cheek was kind of slouched a little bit. My eye was kind of closed. So
Okay.
at that time, being a man, I don't like to go to doctors. So I figured I'd wait a couple of days. So after a couple of days, when it didn't go away, I actually went
I mean,
to.
men don't go to the doctor when they're supposed to. Being married, I'm like, what? So, okay. So you finally decided it was time. Your face was falling off, and you
Yes.
decided it's time now to go to the doctor.
Yes.
Okay. So you went.
Yeah. So I went to my primary care physician the first time, and he said it's probably stress, and he said you
Right.
probably need a week off. So I took that. I took that advice that he had, and that didn't work.
Right.
So I went to another doctor, and she told me about some nerves in your face that can be actually inflamed. So she put me on steroids, and she said, if this doesn't go away within a week, I want you to go to a neurologist.
Okay.
So after she put me on steroids for the week, it still didn't go away.
Okay.
So I went to a neurologist, and he was more of like, he wasn't sure. Because he actually sent me to have an MRI done, and he saw some white spots in my brain. So he said it's either MS or it's actually mini stroke. So he wasn't sure. So yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah. So after that,
Mini stroke or MS?
yeah. So at the time, I didn't like his his response.
Right.
So there was a friend of mine, I told her what happened at work. And at the time, I was living in New Jersey. So for me to go to Jefferson Hospital in Philadelphia, because there was actually a MS specialist there. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up going to Jefferson Hospital in Philadelphia.
So how far is that drive for you back then?
That was only about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So so I went there, and he saw the MRI results, and he knew right away. He's like, I'm not going to say that you have MS right now. He said, but the white spots are where they should be are for MS.
Right.
So but I'm not going to tell you I have MS right now. He said, I want you to come back and see me within a couple of months. So within that couple of months, I had another attack in my brain.
So he didn't think to, like, if it possibly was MS, to help you out, to put you on anything?
No.
Just see if how bad you get. If you have a relapse that you never come back from, then we know.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
These doctors.
Yeah. So so within those 2 months, I had another attack on my brain, which I noticed where it affected like the left side of my body and my legs. So, in the process of finding out what was wrong with me, I was having all these MRIs done. And I remember after I got done with my MRIs, I would go into the office and actually see where the MRI, just to go look at my results. Cause like the nurses will,
sure.
they allow me to go in there and just look.
Yeah.
So I know so the last time that I had my MRI done, they shut everything off, but I already knew something was wrong anyway. And so when I went back to my doctor in Philadelphia, he said, okay, now you go on medication. He said, you had a big enough attack on your brain. Now you go on medication. And that's when he put me on Copaxone.
And then the drug that does so well. So then what after that, any attacks since then?
No other attacks since then. It was more, there was nothing not attacks, but there was nothing else new. No different attacks. But it was still some things from my left side of my body that happens sometimes. Things like that. There was nothing new.
Right. Yeah. Which you'll have, like, if you're overstressed, overheated, you'll notice all the symptoms that were already there will come back and to annoy us. Right.
Yes. Yeah.
So back to some of the stuff that you did. So when we talked about some of the people that you're a dad, a husband. So how many kids do you have?
I have one.
Okay. One child, boy or girl?
Boy.
How old is he?
He's actually 19 months.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome. So when I asked about you, one of the things that you said, that I'm a person that likes to help others with struggles. And I love this because you really opened up about yourself. I can relate to someone, how someone feels. I've had this condition, and I've been in a place of depression and feeling, not understanding how to deal with the diagnosis in the beginning, which we all feel that, like, what is this? And what is it going to mean for me? And we get told some scary stuff. And so when you went through that depression, which I always feel, and I think we agree spiritually, if I go through it, once I've gone through it, I'm able to help someone else out. I'm able to talk to them about, this is how I felt. This is what I went through. This is how I overcame it. So that's something that obviously is very strong for you, wanting to do the blog, wanting to help others that struggle with that depression. Do you do that? Do you find yourself talking to a lot of newly diagnosed patients?
I haven't. That's why that's what I really try to. That's why I started the Defeating MS My Way on my Instagram page, because that was my purpose. I want to help you. And that's why I do the blog, because I want to help. But it seems like it's always so easy to promote something that's negative, and always so hard to promote something that's so good.
Yeah. I would just keep putting yourself out there, because your content is good, and I would just keep promoting it, and put yourself out there. Because I'm going to read two of the blogs if I can see them. So I'm going to read first. I'm going to read Live in the Moment. So this is, just so you know, Mike does a blog every week, sometimes 2 weeks, but usually tries once a week. So one of the questions before I go on there, how did you get started with the blog? So the blog company you go through is, what is it called?
It's actually blogspot.com.
Okay.
And that's part of Google.
Okay. So was that hard to do?
No,
or was that easy to do?
It was easy. It was easy.
So for dummy bloggers, so you just go on that and get started, right? So
Yeah,
that's more of a landing page that you can land it on.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So I want you guys to hear this. So if you've never gone onto his blogs, it's my Swiggly and then MS Help. So go on to that. And this is one that was on the 15th of September. So it says, good morning. What have you always wanted to do or have? Have you achieved it? Or have you gotten the thing or things you desired most? Live life with purpose. And the moment, not worrying about the past or the future, but here now. I think that when we focus, I think that with that focus and mindset, you can have the things you desire most in life, no matter what it is, on the next post. So I love that because sometimes with MS, we can get so, I'm afraid. I remember when this happened, I fell. I remember when I did this, I had a negative experience. And then we go to the future and it's scary, right? It's this, oh gosh, this could happen. Oh no, I saw this person and they're in a wheelchair, they're in this, they're doing, and it's like calling it into existence that this will happen.
Right.
And we get so worried about what can happen that we lose what is today. What are we doing today?
Right.
So I think, was that the message in your blog? What were you saying?
Yes, that's pretty much the correct answer. Yes, just it's so important to live in the moment and not worry about the past or the future, because you'll lose your sight of what's in front of you right now. As for me, example with my son, if I worry so much about the future or worry about the past, I'll miss him crawling, or I'll miss him, having his little achievements. I'll miss things like that. I'm so worried about that. But it's so important to definitely to live in the moment and not worry about the past.
Right.
Plus, I do meditation daily.
Yeah. So talk about that, your meditation, and that's, our new, after COVID, everybody's meditating. But tell me what that looks like for you.
You said what it was like?
What it looks like for you.
Okay. So meditation for me, I usually start in the morning because you have a clear mind. And I'll start in the morning for I'll do about 20 minutes, about 22 minutes, when I start meditation. Because the reason why I do 22 minutes, because it gives you the 2 minutes just to get into it. So I get a full 20 minutes of meditation.
Yeah.
For me, I used to breathe in through my nose and out of my mouth, but now I go in through my nose and out of my nose.
Okay.
There's a couple options, it depends what works for you.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. A lot of times I'll work with a patient, and when they're up here, I'll say, just hand on chest, hand on diaphragm. Let's do a couple of breaths using your diaphragm before, because if the mind's not connected to the muscles, then we're not going to get anywhere when we're doing a workout. So if anxiety is up here and we need to get it calmed down and meditate, then sometimes the breathing does a wonder. Then all of a sudden it's like, okay, I'm ready to go now. So I love that you do that. I think we all need to do stretching and some meditating in the morning. So I'm going to go to one that you did September 3rd. Okay. So this one was, good evening. A post giving some information, help to succeed, help you make a change in your life. Just because you may have a condition, it shouldn't stop us from wanting to live our dreams. Our condition doesn't make us or drive our imagination or drive away our imagination or our dreams. And faith makes us never be afraid to take that leap. I wanting to break free from the day-to-day job and venture to do something different. This is Be Alive something company. It's BU
Be
Life. Got it. Company. Check it out. So I haven't checked that out. I'll need to check it out. Catch you guys next post. Have a great weekend. So I love this one because we often get stuck in that, like, woe is me. I have this to, and a lot of times our autoimmune will catch on to something else. So like I've got MS and rheumatoid. So others will have MS and lupus or MS and something else. And so I believe that what happens is we become that disease when we're not careful. And so when it defines us, and I think what you're saying in this blog is that what is it that you want to accomplish? What is it that's, there's things for so long that held me back from doing the podcast. And then I thought back to what was really holding me back from that and what was more important than that. And, was it fear? I think it's really checking, what is it? Is it the disease? Is it fear? And really checking yourself.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. There's so many things that, so often we focus on the MS, even with some of these MS groups, they focus on MS and they forget about the person, and even we as individuals, again, we focus on MS and not the person. It's, we have a condition and that's fine. I'm okay. I accepted my condition, but now it's about me. It's about Mike. It's about Kathy. It's about you. It's about us.
Right. Absolutely.
Because there is a connection. And with the meditation, it definitely helps because
you keep going dark on us and then light. Is the sun coming in and out? Because you're really bright. I can see you. Then all of a sudden you get really dark.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, until something dark comes in.
Okay.
But it's good right now. All right. So sorry. I hope I didn't make you lose your mem. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Good.
So, with the meditation that you learn that the body follows the mind.
Yes.
And I really mean that now. And I've learned that, as I stop taking my medication, at least
don't go there yet. We're not
there. but there's a mind and body connection, put it like that.
Yes.
Mind.
Yeah. Okay. So now go ahead. So you were on the Copaxone for how long?
I took Copaxone for about 3 years.
Okay. And so then you decided, what made you decide to go all natural? What was that deciding factor?
Okay. So at the time I was changing jobs. So I didn't have insurance for the 30 days.
Okay.
So, when I didn't have insurance for 30 days, I was practicing meditation. That's when I was getting more to meditation. And I started to really connect with my body. So during that time, I didn't let the fear of me not having my medication bring about any negative, just trying to think, any negative feelings, any negative, I'm just
thoughts coming in.
Yeah. So
that could get you anxiety.
Right. So I didn't let that happen.
Right.
So it was 30 days. I went with, and then when it was time for me to go back on it, actually I went to my MS doctor. So let me go a little bit further. So let me back it up just a little bit. All right. So after after I stopped taking medication, then I went back on the medication. And then when I was taking my shot, I can tell how it made my body feel. It made my body feel. I didn't like the way my body was feeling after I took the shot, because after I stopped taking the shot, I felt like tingling. I felt like I got the feeling back in my left side of my arm. Actually, I felt better. So So then I got back on the shot and I took it a couple of times and I didn't like the way I was feeling. So I went to my MS
Interesting.
and so I told him, I was like, hey, I'm not going to take the shot anymore. And then he said, well, it seems like whatever you're doing is working. So he
He
said,
didn't like offer to put you on anything else. He just
no.
said, sounds good. Good luck.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you did more than that. Like you really changed your diet and stuff as well, right?
I did.
So what would you say your diet is close to? Like what, there's so many, right? There's the walls, the Mediterranean.
No, I became a certified health coach,
Uh,
during this journey.
right.
So I eat like a lot of, I'll say so an example, for my breakfast,
Mm.
a drink. I'll have kale,
Uh,
like in the blender. I'll do kale,
right.
oats,
Uh,
walnuts, almonds, blueberries,
yeah.
banana, and about a teaspoon of honey.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yep. And so that's my morning drink.
Uh,
And then also throughout the day, I'll eat a good lunch, but
uh,
I don't eat a lot of processed foods
right.
because processed foods can affect your
Right.
MS.
Yeah. I would say doing it, especially not in medicine, anything that is processed, eliminate.
Yeah, yeah. And also make sure that I exercise. I try to make sure that I
Yes.
run, once a week, or um, I I used to lift weights like 2 or 3 times a week,
Uh,
but now I don't lift weights anymore. I just run because I got into running and I enjoy that more. So
yeah.
I'll go and run like once a week. I'll probably do like 5 or 6 miles, and I'll just go.
Wow.
Yeah, just go.
So I want you to, before we come to an end, I want you to give us what to look forward to. So Mike, looking forward to it. You have started last night a Facebook group. So not just your Instagram and your blogging, but and all that will be at the bottom of the show notes. But tell us about your Facebook group and what you want to do with it.
Okay. So last night I was thinking about something. Again, I continue to keep trying to do better, try to reach more people.
Yeah.
So I created a Facebook group last night called Life After MS.
Uh,
Now, the reason why I started this Facebook group, Life After MS, is because, as I said earlier, that we lose ourselves to MS. We focus so much on MS, but
yes.
we don't focus on the things that we're doing after MS. As for
Right.
example, you know, today, I'm on this podcast, and today I have to study to get my insurance license. There's things I'm doing. You know, doing there's so many exciting things that I'm doing that I'd rather speak about
They have
than
nothing to do with MS.
right than to
Yeah.
go into some of these groups, and
Right.
all we do is talk about is MS,
Right.
my condition,
Right.
like that. But there's more to you, and
Right.
don't
Right.
focus. I don't want you to focus on MS.
Yeah.
So life after MS is just about being positive, talking about what are you doing, not about the MS,
Right.
but what are you doing.
Right.
If you want to mention a little bit about MS, that's fine. But I'm not. But let's focus on
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Gratitude,
Yeah.
things like that. Like, what did you do today that was that you were able to do that you didn't do yesterday? You know
Yeah.
what? Things like that. I think that's great. So once you get that Facebook all set up, send it to me so I could put it on the bottom of the show notes, because
Okay.
will also be on we'll also have it on so this will be on YouTube as well. So
Okay.
when it comes up, when it airs, it will be because some people like to listen to the podcast and then
Okay.
others like to view it. So it'll be on Instagram and in your closet, and then it'll be on it'll be on the podcast as well.
Okay.
So make sure you send me the information so they can get to the Facebook
Okay. I will.
page and stuff. And then your blog spot, obviously we'll put that on there, that my MS help blogspot.com, right?
It's actually it's just my MS. It's just mymshelp.blogspot.com.
Okay.
You have to use the squiggly in the middle, but I'm looking at it
You
right
don't
now.
have to. Okay.
It's just mymshelp.com.
Dot.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and that will be, don't worry about writing it down. Don't freak out if you didn't get it. It'll be at the bottom of the show notes. So again, Mike, it was great to interview you. Thank you so much.
You're
Keep
welcome.
working, keep going, keep pushing,
I will.
keep it out there. You got a lot of great blog stuff to say. I'm looking forward to the Facebook group. I can't wait to be in it.
Great.
And I think it's a great idea that we don't have. We have a lot, like you said, a lot of the groups that focus a lot on, the struggle. But
Yeah.
I love that you're going to do a group on what else are we doing? What else
Yeah.
does our life look like? So I
Yeah.
love that.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much, guys. Have a great morning,
Thanks for having
day, evening, whatever it is to you. We'll see you next week and talk to you later. Thank you again, Mike. Have
Thank
a
you.
great day.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today on Move It or Lose It podcast, where you can again find us every Tuesday, and also wherever you like your podcast, whether it's Apple, Spotify, Stitcher. Join us on that, and we can't wait to see you again. We're going to have a lot of exciting guests and working together. And as always, you'll hear us say at the end of every podcast, we are stronger together. So let's do it. Let's become stronger together.